nothing for 2 weeks, and then twice in one day. Hello YouTubers, this is a noobifier on the 12th of June 2025. It was an hour-long Star Citizen Live vehicle, flight, and balance Q&A. If you like the content and the no bullshit format, please consider subscribing so I can help to keep you up to date. Here's what you need to know. Jared with the usual intro, and he introduced 3 developers: Yogi, Principal Flight Model Lead, Rich, Flight Experience, and Mateo, Flight Tuner. Questions were taken from live and questions were taken from Spectrum, and Jared reminded us that just because a question is upvoted on Spectrum doesn't mean that it's going to be answered. Heavy fighters are slow and lack the firepower of even larger ships like the Connie. They said that the heavy fighter is supposed to be a tank with more protection than a medium fighter, but it's less maneuverable. They did acknowledge that that class needs some balancing and a little bit of work. Yogi did use the word reevaluate. At the 12-minute mark, question number 2, the presented design of the quantum experience that was shown to us several years ago at CitizenCon has not been released, and the whole flight model for that has been changed into a new direction, so we won't actually see that being added to game. And then Jared confirmed that that wasn't marketing fluff, just the way of development. The F8 was super mobile when it came out, and it's been nerfed in agility. They still need to reevaluate where that sits within the fleet, and this will happen after they apply the newer flight model parts, which are still being refined and tested. They said that this will be done in pieces, step by step, as these little things take time. Jared asked about player skill versus choosing the right ship within balance, and Rich said that all ships have a role defined by their concept pitch, and they always work to keep in line with that vision, and not every ship is going to be good for each player or each mission. Jared mentioned a bunch of things: operator mode, master mode, hover mode, blades, and crafting, and his point was to mention that the game changes and the balance changes with it as new features are tested and added or even removed. Rich has said that over the years, his preconceptions of how he balances changed by the evolving game. His balance goals and methods are not the same as they were when he joined the development team, and he said that they'll probably change again in the future. And Jared commented that it is impossible to think that the original vision wouldn't change over the years as the game was being built, as more features are thought of, tested, and then added. Space flight, atmospheric flight, and quantum flight are each unique and add complexity to the balance. Yogi spoke about these challenges for about 9 minutes. He said that the current flight model is basically IFCS with training wheels on, because some of these features and considerations are going to change as other things change. He mentioned that they had hired a real pilot to help tune the atmospheric flight model. He mentioned that they're working with the idea of allowing us to completely disable IFCS. If you choose to, they would rely only on control surfaces, so your ship will fly like a plane. After all of that, he said that the space flight model was in a good place. He said that the atmospheric flight model was close and that the quantum experience needed a little bit more time. Weather in 4.2 will alter your ship's flight performance, and according to Jared, ground vehicles suck. And Rich said that there was definitely some room to improve, and they were talking about adding a throttle control, very much like a gas pedal. That's it. If you like the content and got something out of it, please consider sharing with a friend or org mate. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.